Well, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. This is part 2 of my tests on the Molotow liquid chrome. That's this stuff here, Molotow liquid chrome. This one happens to be the refill. You can buy it in a pen. It comes in a pen, like a paint pen kind of thing. But I bought the refill because I wanted lots of stuff. You guys saw the part 1 of this stuff. Well, hopefully if you did. If you haven't already watched it, then, well, I'll put a link to it down below anyway. You can see where I tested it. I tried a couple of different things. It does come out looking really chromy looking. Woohoo! And as you can see in the glare, where I got some overspray and things like that, where I tried spraying the Tamiya X22 straight out of the bottle, and that didn't work out at all. But mixing it with some Mr. Leveling Thinner came out looking really good. This is basically 50-50 mix. This is more of a 70-30, much more clear than chrome, or not chrome. Let me say that again. Much more thinner than clear. Anyway, I want to try polishing this, okay, and see if I can get a little bit more luster out of it, a little bit more chrominess. That's my term today, chrominess. Part 1, I tried to buff it and I wound up buffing right through the clear by mistake. Oops. That doesn't help at all, and that's why I'm not a professional, and I don't claim to be a good product tester or anything like that, because I don't have a lot of experience doing things like buffing and polishing and stuff like that. So I have my normal wheel on my Dremel still that I use when I'm like trying to polish a canopy and try and get rid of like the seam, and this works great. I got no problem with that, but it seemed to burn right through the paint on this. So I went on Amazon and I bought a couple of different ones. This one is supposed to be made out of wool, but looking at the two different wheels, it looks just like a smaller diameter version of the one I already have. So I don't know if this will do any good or if it's any different. The other one I got is this guy, which looks like it's made out of carpet, for lack of a better term. This one is super soft. So I'm going to try these, having never tried them before. I'm going to give them a shot. First thing I want to do, I want to go over this one. I'm going to just try buffing it by hand, and that's what I'm going to do first. So I'm going to put a little on here, like that, and I'm just going to take a microfiber cloth that I have over here, and there we go, microfiber cloth. I'm just going to see if I can polish this up by hand a little bit here and see if I can bring back anything. If this comes up really great, then I know I don't even have to bother with the Dremel, but we'll see here. Like I said, I don't have any. Okay, so it's come up and burned through the clear. It's shiny, but I did burn through the clear a little bit, even right there. So clearly one coat of clear is not enough. But it did come up a little bit shinier. Let's try it over here. Let's take a look here. Okay, where did I put my compound? This feels a little bit rough right now. This feels very smooth and glass-like. So let's try a little bit here. This, of course, this is a perfect example of why you want to test stuff before you actually start to try and do something on your actual kit that is going to be. So it's definitely smoother. Definitely smoother, but as I said, it's it doesn't seem to be bringing back the chrominess. When I first lay this down and I hold it up like this and look at the reflection of my face, you can see me really good. You can see here, see my finger in the reflection there? That's really good. But you're not, well, I guess you can see it there too. It's just not a crystal clear. Let's grab a piece of thing of paint and see. See how it gets, it's just not that great. No matter what I do, I don't get that chrome look back that you get when you first lay it down. Okay, let's try this one. This side. This has more thinner in it. Maybe what I need to do is lay down 2 or 3 coats of clear on it. And go that route. This isn't really doing anything. Not from my perspective anyway. Doesn't seem to have done anything really. If anything, it's made it worse. You can see that it's not really giving that same reflection of my finger anymore. It's kind of dulled it. Let's try this thing. Let's see what this thing does on the Dremel. I mean, let's be honest here. If using my finger ain't doing anything, I don't think the Dremel's going to do anything either. Of course, I could try this stuff. Zam, Will Pattison really loves this stuff, but I don't know. Because I'm really just doing it by hand, I burned right through the clear here. So I'm guessing I don't have a thick enough clear coat. Let's just try this spot again. I've probably already gone too far with it. This stuff I know from experience splatters using the Dremel, so I'm going to use this to kind of protect. I don't care if I get a little bit on my shirt. I'm not really pressing that hard. And I'm able to go through the clear with it. See, a little bit of splatter. Actually, that was oh no, that's splat. Didn't really do anything. Again, I'm starting to go through the clear there, but it's not really bringing it back. I have to say, in conclusion, the clear coats that I have tried, they dull in it. So, I'm still going to have to experiment. I'm still going to have to keep on trying to find a solution and see if I can actually find a clear coat that doesn't attack this stuff and make it dull. Because as we sit right now, although the X22 doesn't really attack it, it does still take away a little bit of that chrome look. So, upwards and onwards. We'll keep trying and we'll see how we do. And yeah, I know you guys were waiting for a good result here and wanted to see it, but yeah, it's just not. I don't have anything that's really bringing it back. Do a comparison. The lid, the lid off of my airbrush. Okay, there you go. Chrome compared to that. Real chrome compared to this, okay? Nice reflection of the paint in there, and blurry. It's just blurry. No matter where I put it, it's a little blurry. Maybe right at this edge we're good, but everywhere else it's just blurry. Come over here to this one, and it's the same thing. Just I get a little bit, but not much, and it's, yeah, it's just not working. So the hunt is still on, and I'll leave it at that for now. Alright, so I'm back, and from your perspective it's been half a second, and from my perspective it's been about 3 or 4 days going on about this Molotow chrome. So, having painted the wings on that plane and stripped it and tried clear coats and tried buffing and all that stuff, I've come to a conclusion that I need more. Basically, I need more testing. I've realized my mistake in the buffing process. I was using this buffing wheel that comes with like the Dremel buffing kits and stuff like that. This is a felt wheel, and although that's fine for doing things like getting that seam line out of your canopy on your model plane, you don't want to use it to buff paint, to buff your clear coat, because it burns right through it, and that's not good. So I did a little bit of research. What one should I use, right? I tried this. I haven't actually tried it, but I was going to try this one. This is another felt one. It's just not as tightly woven as the ones that come in those buffing kits. Bought this off of Amazon. But then I realized I don't want that's going to be too hard. That's the same as what I already got. So then I got these ones, these little cotton balls almost. These are wool, nice and fluffy and soft, but that's not what I wanted either. To actually buff, I wanted these guys. These are from Dremel, the cloth polishing wheel. It looks like this when they're brand new, and looks like that when you've used them a couple of times. Let me change the camera and I'll show you here. Okay, so it starts off looking like that, nice and neat and tidy, and winds up looking like this. Okay, it's soft, it's cloth, and that's what you use to polish. Okay, that's what I learned. Okay, so I've learned that. I tried polishing. I just took my old F15, I primed it, and then I put a coat of gray paint on it, and then I put a coat of clear, just TS13 clear, and then I went to work. What did I go to work with? Started off with these guys. I started off with some 6,000 grit, smoothed that out, made it nice, pretty smooth. Then I stepped up to the 8,000, did that, and then I did the 10,000 and got that really smooth. After the 10,000, got that done, then I stepped up to the actual polishing wheel. I put the Tamiya polishing compound, the stuff I have here, the finish one. I put that, smeared it on there, and used that wheel, low speed, just, one or two, like that kind of thing, and it came out crystal clear and smooth, and I was like, finally, I got it. That's what I'm going to do with the chrome. But I still needed to find a clear coat that's going to look good on the chrome, because if I just use the X22, it dulls it a bit, and then buffing it, really all I'm doing is buffing the clear. I'm not bringing back that chrome look, and that's what I want. I want to keep the chrome look, and I can't. Not with that. So then I found out something else. That's this stuff. Okay, I have another clear coat, another clear that I'm going to be trying. I'm just waiting for it. I might not get it for another month, but in the meantime, I tried this out. This is Vallejo's polyurethane gloss varnish. Okay, this stuff here. Okay, comes in that bottle. Okay, to thin it, you thin it with Vallejo's Airbrush thinner. Okay, so these two go together. Okay, why? Because this is a little thick. Typical Vallejo paint. You know, Vallejo paint isn't all that thin. It's not great. It doesn't airbrush well, especially something like their game colors. You can't airbrush this straight out of the bottle at all. Their air colors, like these ones, the Model Air, this stuff will spray right out of the bottle, but you get tip drying so easy with it. You have to use the flow improver. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I wanted to try this because I heard that this will not eat into the chrome. So I gave it a try, and it goes on like almost too thin. Like it wants to really build up on the layers, and I thought it wasn't going to work, but then it leveled itself out, and it still had the chrome. It still had the chrome. So I thought, okay, this is great. This is fantastic. I'm going to let it dry. They showed, there's an instructional video from Vallejo on how to spray this stuff, and it says after the first coat, let it sit for 4 hours. So that's what I did. I even let it sit for more like 5 or 6 hours, and then I put a second coat, and I let that sit, and I let that cure overnight, and then the next day I put on a third coat, and then finally, this is now day 4. I just finished polishing this up, and well, I didn't really need to so much. If anything, maybe I could have improved by after the first coat, buff it a little bit, then lay the second coat. I don't know, maybe that might have worked, but I'm going to show you here. It really didn't take. I just got an old Pepsi bottle here. Look at that. We can almost see that Pepsi logo. Almost see the Pepsi logo in the finish if I can get it without. Let me back up here. You can see it's almost. Yes, I need to perfect my airbrushing, but look at that. Look at that. We can see a Pepsi logo in it still, and that's got a clear coat. And this ain't gonna rub off. It's clean. Finally, a clear coat that doesn't actually dull it. Finally, okay. So, there is another clear coat I need to try though, but if you need something and it's a quick solution you need, there you go. The Vallejo polyurethane gloss. So far, this is the winner. So, obviously, I need to work on my technique on actually spraying the chrome, but you lay it down thick, that's what you need. Watch your overspray. You don't want to overspray anywhere on it because it just dulls it. Overspray a thin mist just dulls it right away, so don't do that. And so that's it for my testing, at least for now. Once I get the other clear coat in, I'll give that a try, but that might be another month from now. So there you go. We'll see you all later.